Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Daryl Peart. Today I'm going to do a comparison. The Pony Jorgenson pipe clamps, 3/4 inch variety versus the Bessey K-bodies. I like both of them, and I think there's some misconceptions about both of them, and I hope to clear those up. I'm going to start with the pipe clamps. And as you see here, I've got a panel that I'm going to kind of mock glue up. I don't have glue going because I'm going to use it with both sets of clamps to show you how I go about it with both sets. And just to go over what I've got going here, I've got biscuits in there. I've got lamellos in there because that keeps everything level. I don't have to worry about going back pound, pound, pound to keep everything level between one board and the next. So let's get these guys somewhat basically together. Okay, you can see I have these blocks up here. It's elevated everything. There's a reason I like to line it up where these jaws, the top of the jaws, is flush with the panel because I get consistency this way. I have a variety of different sizes of these blocks, and I also have these guys, box full of these, different sizes. It raises and lowers the clamps depending on what work I have going on. Now let me put so I'm going to start by getting these. I'm going to tighten it slightly, just snug enough where it'll stay. And there I'm pretty level with that panel, with the top side of the panel. Now I'm going to put the top one, with these clamps you reverse, one up, one down. In this case I've got three, so the middle one will be the up one. But if you notice what I'm doing here, I'm also, these jaws, I'm snugging it up just enough so I can get those jaws right here. That jaw, the top of that jaw, is flush with the bottom of the panel. So I've got, that equals everything out. I'm getting in the same clamping point relative to the panel and the jaws of the clamps. Now I'm just going to tighten it just minimal. Then I'm going to get my straight edge. Hang on. This gets me pretty close to flat. It's not always right there. It's fairly good. It's a little bit of light coming through right here in the middle, not much. Okay, I was hoping to have a few more problems so I could show you how I solved them. So there was light coming through here, right in the middle. That means if I tighten these a little bit, maybe loosen that one, we might get what we want. There, that did it. But you've got to check everywhere. That's pretty good, not too bad. Now it's low on this end here. Okay, so we do have some minor problems. What I'm going to do is, and I don't get any consistency here. Sometimes when I raise that end, it flattens it out, sometimes the other. I just start with one and see what happens. Okay, just a little bit more. See if that does it. If not, I will reverse and go the other direction. Okay, we're good there. Feel good there? So you can see it's really quick and easy to get a flat glue up. On this one here, if I hadn't been able to pull this end up going that direction, I would have went this direction. And I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Sometimes it works one way and sometimes the other. Maybe it has something to do with how tight I have them, you know, but there is some variables there. So that was really quick. And I think the problem most people have with the pipe clamps is leveling things up. And if you use my method or something similar that keeps, you know, you got to start with an even playing field. All these jaws, the top of the jaws or the bottom, if you use the bottom of the jaw, you're going to want to keep as a reference. And it's a little more difficult to do. I always put spacers in there like that. The issue is on the bottom side, it's a little more problematic getting those spacers in there. So let's go ahead and do this same glue up with the Bessey K-bodies. The K-bodies have these little pads right here that elevate the clamp off the workpiece. I'm not going to use it like that because it gets in the way of my straight edge checking for flat. So, but I'm going to use the K-bodies. Oh, I almost forgot. This is the problem that I had with the K-bodies when I first encountered them, is I couldn't get them to move in and out evenly. So if you want to go in, push down on the handle. If you want to go out, push up. And they move really easy. That was my big hang up to begin with because it just drove me crazy. You notice on these, I'm doing them all from the underside, and they will work that way. I'm clamping at an even position, the clamps relative to the panel. They're all overhanging the same amount. So, let's go ahead. Oop, I should have given myself more thread. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now, the K-bodies will flatten the panel out dead flat most times without any persuasion. That's not too bad. There's a hairline of dead flat. Great glue up. And, but you know, if you were to use these guys and you were to get them uneven or whatever, they don't work. You do have to have consistency. Both the K-bodies and the Pony Jorgensens, if you have consistency, the way you clamp them up, you know, the jaws relative to the stock, the panel, it goes a lot faster. Now, I don't have a case with parts that aren't glued up, so I'm just going to use this box as an illustration on a couple things about how I glue up case goods with each of these clamps. As I've said, as I said before, I like to have the pipe clamps, all the clamps, an even distance from the workpiece, what's being worked on. So with the pipe clamps, I usually start with these spacers. And then that spaces them an even amount out, and I get some consistency. On real long cases, the pipe clamps will tend to bow, and so I might put a spacer in the middle too to keep it from touching. If these black pipes, a note on them. If you hit, if they come in contact with wet glue, when you take the clamps off, it's discolored. It's turned a section of the workpiece black, which is not fun. Now with the K-bodies, what I like about them is I can spread the pressure out a little more evenly because I got more work surface here, more clamping surface. Now you can spread the pressure out evenly with the pipe clamps too. You just need to put a clamping caul, 3/4 inch or something under there. Now here's a situation that both the Pony Jorgenson and the K-bodies can handle. It's like a weird, I've got a weird angle here. It's kind of tapering in. Now if I were to take the Pony clamps and just put them on there, it's not going to, they're just going to slide until they're going to go off. It will work though if I make another surface out here that's parallel to this one and put a hook on the end. But now with the Besseys, there's an attachment, an accessory that you can use, these swivel bases that go onto the jaws. You have to remove the faces there. Now, if the angle is too much, these will just slide. They won't work either. But it will take some pretty severe angles. And it's amazing how they just grab and stay. So they both do the same thing. Will accomplish the same thing. This one, the Pony Jorgensens, take a little more work to get to that point. Now this wasn't meant to be a comprehensive review of clamps. I did not cover the steel bar clamps. For my usage, they're a bit heavy and they have way too much clamping power. I don't need all that power. There may be situations where you need that power and that might be the right clamp for me. It's not for, it might be the right clamp for you. It's not for me. I've used the Dubuque aluminum bar clamps and I like them. I think I prefer the Bessey's though. And I do prefer the Bessey's over the pipe clamps. But which clamp between these two would be best for you, I think depends on your circumstances. If you're just starting out and you're on a limited budget, I would go for the pipe clamps. You can get these heads for the pipe clamps on Amazon, a 2-pack for $38.98, I guess it is, or $19.49 a piece. So that's about $19.50. You can get a 36-inch black pipe for about $7. So that's $19.50. That's about $26.50 or so per clamp, versus these guys for a K-body, 24-inch, this is $48.95. So it's much cheaper. And you can, what you can do with these guys is you can buy just a limited number of the fixtures and just buy a whole bunch of the pipe, different sizes, and take these off and put them onto whatever length you need. If you go the route of the Pony clamp though, I would recommend getting a few of these for the deep reach. There's times when you need to reach over another clamp or something. You just need that reach. And so I would buy, 2 or 4 of these and a bunch of, and the rest of them would be these guys. Now, with the Pony clamps, with the pipe clamps, you can extend, you can get this union put it on the end, put it on the end of another pipe, and you can get way out there. But you can also do that with the K-bodies as well, with this extender. So all in all, if I had a unlimited budget, I'd just go with these guys. They're more convenient than the pipe clamps. Although the pipe clamps will do everything that these will do, it's just easier with these guys. So I hope this video was of help to you. If you liked the video, please subscribe.